Welcome to Village Story Time. Today, we are going to hear a wonderful story about a brave blacksmith named Kofi and a beautiful princess named Amara. Our story takes place a long time ago in a small village in Africa. Once upon a time, in the village of Num, there lived a man named Kofi. Kofi was a dwarf, meaning he was shorter than most people, but he was very strong and worked as a blacksmith. A blacksmith is someone who makes tools and weapons out of iron. Kofi lived in a small hut at the edge of the village, near a big mountain. Every day, he worked hard in his workshop, making the best tools and weapons in the land. But Kofi felt lonely sometimes because some villagers laughed at him for being small. Even though Kofi was small, he had a big heart, and he was very kind and brave. In the same village lived Princess Amara. She was the daughter of King Obanji. Amara was tall, beautiful, and loved by everyone in the village. She was not only beautiful but also very kind and cared deeply about the people in the village. One day, while walking through the village, Princess Amara visited Kofi's blacksmith workshop. She was very impressed by how skillful and hardworking Kofi was. As she watched him work, she saw that he was not just strong, but also gentle and wise. Kofi looked up and saw Amara, and from that moment, they became good friends. As time passed, Amara visited Kofi often. They would talk about many things about the village, the stars in the sky, and their dreams. Kofi told Amara about his childhood and how he often felt lonely. Amara listened carefully and felt sad that Kofi had been treated badly just because he was different. The more they talked, the closer they became. Amara realized that she was beginning to love Kofi, not because of his strength, but because of his big heart and kindness. Kofi, too, realized that he was in love with Amara, but he was worried. He thought, I am just a blacksmith, and I am small. How could a princess love someone like me? One day, King Obanji, Amara's father, heard about how close Kofi and Amara had become. The king loved his daughter and wanted her to be happy, but he was also worried. He wondered if the villagers would accept a blacksmith, especially one who was a dwarf, as the husband of a princess. The king decided to give Kofi a test. He called Kofi to the palace and said, Kofi, I have heard that you love my daughter, Princess Amara. If you truly love her and want to marry her, you must prove your bravery. There is a dangerous lion that has been frightening our villagers. If you can defeat the lion, you will show everyone that you are worthy of marrying my daughter. Kofi knew this was a difficult task, but he was determined to prove his love for Amara. He went back to his workshop and prepared his weapons. Amara came to see him and said, Please be careful, Kofi. I believe in you. The next morning, Kofi climbed the mountain to find the lion. When he reached the top, he saw the lion. It was a normal-sized lion, but still very dangerous. Kofi, though small, stood tall and strong, ready to fight. The lion roared, but Kofi did not back down. He fought bravely, and after a tough battle, he defeated the lion. Kofi cut off the lion's mane and carried it back to the village. When the villagers saw Kofi returning with the lion's mane, they were amazed. They realized how brave and strong he was, and they no longer laughed at him for being small. Instead, they cheered and welcomed him as a hero. When Kofi brought the lion's mane to King Obanji, the king was very pleased. He said, Kofi, you have proven your bravery and love for my daughter. I am proud to welcome you as my son-in-law. Soon after, Kofi and Princess Amara were married in a beautiful ceremony. The whole village celebrated, and Kofi and Amara were very happy. Even though Kofi was small, he had shown everyone that true strength comes from the heart. Kofi and Amara lived happily ever after, leading the village with kindness and love. And the villagers never forgot the lesson that Kofi taught them. It doesn't matter how tall or short you are, what matters is the size of your heart. Thank you for listening to this beautiful story on Village Story Time. We hope you enjoyed it as much as we enjoyed telling it. If you like this story, please don't forget to like, share, and subscribe to our channel. By subscribing, you'll never miss any of our captivating village stories that are full of lessons and love. Remember, our channel, Village Story Time is all about bringing you the best village stories, just like the one you heard today. So make sure to hit the subscribe button and join our storytelling family. Thank you, and see you next time.